I just tedded the hay for the third time, and some of that was even the fourth time it's been tedded in the last 3 days, because I'm trying my best to get it dry by tomorrow. Today's Friday and we got another day of great weather and great drying weather, and it is drying, but it's just that heavy and that thick of a crop that there's still wet stuff sitting underneath. Now this field isn't as bad. This field, I don't know why, it's just in this big area out here, it doesn't grow as tall, but it was thick. So it was thick of a lot of just very fine, really high quality hay, not as much stemmy stuff. The far field down there has a lot more stemmy grass in it, and then that one over there is a good mix of it. So those two fields over there, they're the ones that are wetter. This one, it may bale today. It's gonna be pushing it. Then again, it's pretty dry as of now, and it's 11 o'clock. So if it has, 4 or 5 hours of drying out there, and we might be able to rake some up and bale a wagon or two, and that would be helpful. Anything that I could get baled today would make my life tomorrow easier. Right now, however, we're gonna go mow some hay. They got the new module put in there. You had to take the entire cutter bar apart. You have to start on this end and pull each one off the shaft. So he was here for like 4 or 5 hours messing around with it. I gotta go throw a knife on that one turtle yet, and then we are going to go and mow down a custom job right behind the barn here. Well, I've been attempting to fix the Discbine. Kind of reached an impasse on a few bolts that are just really, can't get a wrench on them. So anyway, I decided I'd come out and try to make myself feel better by looking at the hay. It's nice. It's really nice stuff. And it would almost go. Some of these grass stems though, they're almost there. That's all I gotta say. So I don't know if we're gonna try anything here today. We might, just to make myself feel better. Here's the one outside round that I did. Not even. Blew up right over there. So I went from the barn, made a 3/4 lap around, and it went boom. Actually, I started hearing it make some clattering noises, and I was like, that's not normal. So I throttled down and turned the PTO off as fast as I could. And right as I shut the PTO off, the turtle went. Well, roughly 3 hours into this project, and we finally got all of those modules off, and the bolts are out of that, so all I gotta do is slide those out yet, and then we got everything tore apart. After walking in the hayfield, did some thinking, just took a breather. I think I figured out what I'm gonna do. I don't know if it's advised, but this is the best thing that I can do as far as money goes right now. So I'm not gonna spend another $1,200 on a module. Now there's a local Amish guy that works on mowers, and he sells a lot of parts, OEM parts. I can get that module from him for $900. It's still pretty expensive, and I don't want to do that, especially given the fact that not only is this one the one that busted, but this one over here has got a piece of the casting on the bottom here completely just shredded off. Look, like that's a piece of cast that just fell off right there, which means it's probably going to go out soon too, and I don't want to have to tear this thing apart again. So I'm going to take these two modules up there to this guy. I'm going to have him take all the guts out of the lower part, this being the lower part. So take the bearings and this gear out, and then put them in a new module, a new lower part, and then just reuse the top parts, because the top parts are perfectly fine. The only part that's bad on this thing is right there. It did the exact same thing as this one here, just busted right there. That cast busted. So if I just get a new one of these, put my old parts back in there and reuse the top piece, I can do it for a heck of a lot cheaper. And those bottom parts cost $200. The bottom part of the module is $200. So if I can just reuse my parts, I could have 2 new modules back up and running and put this thing back together for $500 or $600. Might have to get some new bearings, I don't know. And if I have to get the new in gear there, I think that gear is like $150. Still, I could redo 2 of these for the price it would cost me just to buy that new one. So I gotta call the guy and see if that's an option. If it's an option, that's what we're gonna do, because that's gonna save me the most money in the long term. Anyway, it's just another day on the farm, guys. ground is certainly still wet. Before I get too carried away, let's do our due diligence and check our moistures and our weights. So I cranked the tension up just a smidge. Get in there. 15, 14. Make up your mind. 14, 13. It's not too bad. They are very tight bales. That must have been a wet flake. I don't know. I probably shouldn't be baling it right now, but the color and the quality of this stuff right now is amazing. I'd say for first cutting horse hay, that's pretty nice stuff. And it's all over the place. Some spots are reading pretty good. And stuff in the chamber there, that is the waterway. I know the waterways were a little bit wetter, so we can check the rest of these here to see if they tell a different story. Nope, they tell about the same story. Yeah, I spent about a half hour raking that acre and a half there, thinking it was probably gonna be ready, but might in a few hours. But I think the better thing is just to maybe ted it back out and we'll just wait till tomorrow. I just tedded a custom job. We're gonna start raking our hay though. I'm trying to do a twist test. That stuff's dry. Grab another clump from out in the field. That's not dry. This hay's got me confused. I've tedded this hay so many times. We've had 3-4 days of the greatest haymaking weather. And it's not where it needs to be. Now it's only 11 o'clock. We can put it up in a windrow and let this wind blow through it for a couple hours. Hopefully that brings it down. Well, Dad and I are gonna try to bale some here. I just raked around, and the problem I'm running into is the wind is so stiff that it's literally blowing my row all over the place. So we're just gonna try to bale it up quick and see what the moistures are. So Dad and I tried baling a couple bales here. We baled one round, and the quality, guys, it's like second cutting. That's how nice this stuff is. But I don't know, we're just running into an issue where some of those grass stems just they're not cured out. And so it's reading anywhere from like 12 to 20%. But we're putting the inoculant on and hopefully it'll cure out. We've had stuff wetter than that, so I'm confident we should be able to get it cured out. Well, I got one wagon baled, and that is some really nice hay. Very pleased with what I'm seeing. Now the hay's got to go today, so if it's kind of borderline, I apologize. But we're running it. We gotta get it baled. 14, 15. It's weird. The moisture is saying that, but you go to pick the bales up, and they really don't feel like that kind of moisture. But yeah, it's kind of just like flakes or spots with some stemmier stuff that just didn't quite completely cure out yet. You're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to be on the baler. How'd you get off? Down to my last half a wagon. I think we're at about 1,100 bales right now. So it's been a long day. Baler has been running absolutely flawlessly, which makes this week a lot better. Started out pretty crappy, but we're gonna finish with a bang. Well, just like that. Whoa, I'm going off the driveway here. And just like that, 1,000 bales, well, a little over, 1,080. I gotta stay on the driveway here. 1,080 bales off of this field. That field, all stacked in the barn. It's a good feeling to have all that done. And the best part is the baler went flawless. Not a single mistie. And it just kept pumping out bricks. So, very pleased with all the performance. Good group of guys. Help stack hay. Appreciate all their help. And my wife. Anyway, Saturday night, head home and enjoy my night.